Spain's capital, a city of over 3 million people, is situated close to the geographical center of the country. Because of its distance from the sea and its altitude, the city endures cold winters and hot summers, making spring and autumn the best times to visit. Madrid's attractions include 3 internationally famous art galleries, a royal palace, grand public squares, many museums, and a medieval center dating back to the Habsburg Empire. Moreover, it is surrounded by mountains and natural parks.
This station was inaugurated in July of 1882 and it was closed in January of 1993 after the Spanish Civil War, where it was isolated and received multiple artillery impacts.
And now we are going to show you the Royal Palace.
It's late in the evening, glass on the side. I've been sad with you for most of
The Royal Palace was built to impress. It had been occupied for centuries by several royal families, but nowadays the king lives in a more modest palace, which is the Zarzuela Palace.
to hold your body close. Take another step into the no man's land.
The Royal Palace has a lot of rooms, and one of the most important ones is the dining room. This gallery was decorated with chandeliers and ceiling paintings and a lot of tapisseries.
The walls and ceiling of this room are entirely covered by porcelain. Most of this porcelain is green and white.
We are at the Almudena Cathedral. Dedicated to the city's patron, the Cathedral of La Almudena was begun in 1879 and completed over a century later. The cathedral's neo-Gothic grey and white facade is similar to the Royal Palace, which stands opposite.
We are at the San Miguel's Market, one of the oldest markets in Madrid, and it is remarkable because it has its original structure from the 20th century.
Sheer perfection, a freckle on the nose of life.
One way or another, I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you.
The Plaza Mayor, or the main square, is located right in the center of the city, just a few minutes walk from the Sol Square. This is a marvelous place to visit out and try some good Spanish wine with tasty tapas and watch the passers-by.
Here you can taste some typical Spanish food like sweet rolls or cocido, or have a great family time watching the street darting. Gran Via is a street located in central Madrid. Now the street is known as the Spanish Broadway and is one of the streets with more nightlife in Europe. It is known as the street that never sleeps. This lively street is one of the city's most important shopping areas with a large number of hotels, movie theaters and shops. It is also important because of the grand architecture which prevalence among many of its buildings. Gran Via, we can also find one of the oldest bookshops in Madrid, which is Cantor.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble.
And this is Callao Cinema. It is one of the most important cinemas in Madrid, and there is always a lot of people. The Villa Square is a small picturesque square located near the Plaza Mayor, or the main square. Here we can spot the oldest preserved building of Madrid, which is the Lujanes Tower.
We are in Sol Square, one of the most crowded places in Madrid. And here is where the New Year's Eve is celebrated. Here you can always see a lot of street artists like in Plaza Mayor. The Cibeles is one of Madrid's best known and most beautiful landmarks. It was designed by José Hermosillo and Ventura Rodríguez and is a symbol of Madrid. Around the square rise some important buildings. For example, the old post office that currently is the city hall.
Now we are in Paseo del Prado. Nowadays, the Paseo's main attraction lies in its museums. The most notable are the Prado Museum and the Thyssen Museum, both displaying world-famous collections.
The Prado Museum contains the world's greatest assembly of Spanish paintings, especially works of Velázquez and Goya, and it also houses impressive foreign collections. The Prado Museum attracts millions of tourists of all over the world every year.
But maybe she might like me though. Just can't think of what to say.
Now we are standing in front of the Puerta de Alcalá. This gateway was erected by Carlos III to make Madrid more beautiful. It was a replacement of a smaller one that was built by Felipe III.
Right next to the Puerta de Alcalá is the Retiro Park. Let's visit it. It is one of the most popular places for relaxing in Madrid. The northern entrance leads to a lake where rowing boats can be hired, and there are lots of works of art all over the park.
It's alright, I need your love to guide me back home. When I'm with you, I'm never alone.
This is Atocha Station. Atocha Station was inaugurated in 1851, and 14 years later it was replaced by a new building. The older part of the station, built of glass and iron, now houses an indoor palm garden. Over 88 million passengers use it every year.
The Queen Sofia Museum is Spain's national museum of 20th century art. The highlight of this museum is Picasso's Guernica. There are, however, other major works by influential artists, including Miró. Major extensions were inaugurated in 2005 and include 2 temporary exhibition rooms, a library, a restaurant, a cafe, an art shop, and an auditorium.
And now we're going to show you the Royal Palace.
We are at the San Miguel's Market, one of the oldest markets in Madrid, and it's remarkable because of
Here you can taste.
Yeah,
Find a lot of shops.
Cibeles is a symbol of Madrid. It's one of the most best known and most beautiful landmarks in Madrid.
Now we are standing in front of the Puerta Plaza de Alcalá. Espera que...
It is one of the most popular places for relaxing in Madrid. The northern entrance leads to a lake where rowing boats can be hired. It has multiple works of art all over the park.
There are. No, it has.
The Prado Museum contains the world's greatest assembly of Spanish painting, especially works of Velázquez and Goya, and it also contains
Pausi!
Hicimos de ahí.